Hey guys, well, I wasn't gonna film this this time, but I'm taking care of my Christmas ham leftovers, and this ham stock turned out so beautiful and dark. I just had to fire up the camera and show it to you. We're going to do the ham and potato soup again. I'm going to do it a little bit different, but I thought I'd show you this. What I've done here is to make my stock, I took all the drippings out of the pan, and the ham bone itself out of the, deboned the ham, got all the goodie off of it, and put everything in a stock pot, covered it with water, and let it simmer for just a couple of days. After you strain it and get all the bones and stuff out, run it through a colander, then you put it in the refrigerator, and all the fat will set up, and then you just come along with a little spatula, and I can't really do it one-handed, but you scoop it out and get all that excess fat out of there and on a plate. So anyway, thought I'd show you this right quick, and I guess since I've fired up the camera, we'll go ahead and show you the rest of putting together 14 pints of ham and potato soup. We've got the jars ready to ladle the broth in. I just want to tell you what I put in there. I put 2 small onions in there, just a tiny little sprinkling on the bottom of each jar, each of the pint jars. 1 big fistful of chopped up ham, a handful of chopped up potatoes. I used red potatoes this time. The last time seems like I used Yukon Gold or something, but I love red potatoes. And going in the pressure canner, they're going to be dandy. Also, the last batch of ham and potato soup I did not put any beans in it. This time I put a bag of speckled butter beans, just frozen from the supermarket, and a bag of Ford Hook lima beans, just frozen from the supermarket. As long as your jars are cold or cool-ish, the frozen beans ain't going to cause you no problem. Do not throw cold beans into a hot jar. You will, it'll crack the jar. So anyway, fixing to ladle up the broth over them. We've got the mouths of the jars wiped down, ready to put the lids on. So, but can you believe that? Look how dark that stuff is. It's some tasty ham stock, I just got to tell you. Bottom layer's in the canner, working on the top 7 jars. Of course, if you're familiar with my channel at all, you know that I'm really into these Tater reusable lids. It's a 2-part lid. It's got the top piece and the red rubber gasket. They're reusable. Can use them time and time again. There's some critical differences to them. When you put the ring on, you tighten it right there. When that jar starts to spin, that's as tight as it needs to be. As soon as you take it out of the canner, you'll finish tightening it, unless that thing is bulged up. If that lid is bulged up, if it is convex, I recommend set it to the side very gently and don't touch it. So once you bring it out of the canner, you finish tightening it, like I say. But if it's convex, bulged up, don't put your hands on that ring. Alright, during this little quiet time while we're sitting here at even between 11 and 12 pounds, letting this stuff get properly pressure canned, wanted to bring up to you the importance of the Blue Book Guide to Preserving. Now, I don't go into a lot of the details on canning because it varies from location to location, depending on your altitude, depending on what you're doing. There's different procedures. If you follow along with this little book right here, you can't go wrong. They sell them at Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, of course, has them. They're no more than $7. I've never seen them for over $7. Sometimes at the end of canning season in the fall, you'll see them on sale for $4 each. So I just can't emphasize enough how important having this little guide right here on your countertop when you're cooking, when you're pressure canning or water bath canning. I mean, this thing even covers dehydration and freezing. So you know, it's a great all-around book, and what it says, Guide to Preserving. So, like I say, you won't hear me get into a lot of details on how this works because the specifics do change from one part of the country to the other, depending on your altitude. So, that's my safety speech. Alright guys, time to take these things out of the canner. So, let's see, we can get the view a little better here. Alright. Once again, since I'm dealing with Tater lids, gloves. Always heavy gloves. Open the lid away from you. I don't know if you can see that. Well, look at that. That is still cooking big time. Plenty tight. You're just supposed to make sure that the lids are tight. Give them that last quarter turn if they'll move. If not, don't worry about it. Just proceed on. That one moved a little. Alright. That one don't look exactly right, but we'll see in the morning. That final tightening is key with these tattlers. So, sorry about the elbow, guys. Alright, tomorrow morning we'll see what happens. I can tell you right now it's going to be good, as long as they all seal. See you in the morning, folks. Alright guys, we're going to end this one up right here. Show you right quick how to test and see if your Tater lids have sealed good. Like I said, these are the two-part Tater lids, and your first indication right off the bat is this gasket right here. If you can see it squished out, then that's a pretty good indication that your gasket is good. If it's not squished out very well, then don't go crazy with the second test. And the second test is lifting it by the lid alone and giving it a little jiggle. Like I say, if you can't see that gasket squished out really well, then don't lift it very far to give it that jiggle. This one I know is good. They're all good. However, that one that I was worried about, it was a fail. So it's going to be a delicious, delicious fail. My wife actually made some cornbread. Check this out. And that's what you eat with this stuff. So we'll be taking a wedge of cornbread, pouring up a bit of this soup over it, and the failure can, and I know it's going to be good. So anyway, guys, just a few minutes till New Year's. So happy 2014, and we'll see you next year. Take care, Jason.